What's up, guys? I only have a couple minutes before I got some shit I gotta do. So I figured I'd pop on here and promote my upcoming album really quick. Now, I'm not gonna say the name of it because I want it to be a surprise. But I am gonna say this. There are a few things I can say about this album. There are definitely some things I can say about this album. Is that one, I'm about 3 songs in. Well, gonna be 3 songs in as of today. 2, as of today, I am not responding to trolls anymore. That's done. That's over. I said what I needed to say. I spoke on the subjects that I needed to speak on. And also, if you trolls or all my haters, if you guys hate me now, if y'all haters hate me now, y'all are gonna fucking hate my ass when I drop this album. But for all my fans, I know y'all are gonna fucking rock this shit. Because this album I'm working on is gonna be something special. Because this album is not only gonna be speaking on what I'm dealing with currently, it's going to be speaking on serious subject matters such as depression, anxiety, a lot of shit that I deal with on a daily basis. And this album in whole, I can genuinely say, is basically going to be a big giant fuck you to the haters. And to everybody that, doubted me and said that I wouldn't become anything. This is basically going to be a giant fuck you to the haters. And I cannot wait to drop that shit. I seriously cannot wait for that shit to drop. It's going to be dope. And the reason why I'm taking as much time as I can with this album is because by this time next month, I actually may be, watching more than likely, will be signed to a underground label that a good friend of mine is on, who he linked me up to. So, it's not official yet, everything's in the pipelines, so to all the fans, no, I'm not signed yet. Not yet, but I will be. And to all the haters out there, all I have to say to you guys is this. I ain't crashing out on you motherfuckers no more. I ain't wasting my time on you fuckers anymore. Because for the next 3 days, I'm going to be doing nothing but preparing to record and doing shit. Exactly, Matt. By the way, Matt, how you been doing, brother? It's been a while. How you been, bro? But for everybody wondering what kind of album is it going to be, I can tell you right now, it's going to be a mixture of metalcore and deathcore and rage rap, which means your boy's going to be letting loose some of his fucking demons. Your boy's going to be letting loose on this album fully and not giving a fuck. Which I'm excited for. Which means I get to talk a lot about some dark shit that your boy's been going through over the last few months. I get to talk about shit that I can't really say on the internet, but it'll be released in the songs. I know you guys will love it. I currently just started this morning. I just started writing the third song for the album, which I'm excited for. But I can read you off some of the lyrics. You want the truth? Alright, it goes, yeah. You want the truth? You want pain? Here it is. Raw, uncut. It's me versus the world every fucking day. And that's just the intro. That's not even going into the full lyrics. That's just the intro to one of the songs. Or I might make that on the back of the cover. I'm not sure. Haven't decided yet. But I can say this, that the reason why I did what I did this morning was to raise awareness for a very serious thing that's been plaguing the internet, which is harassment, digital terrorism, people being fake as fuck towards each other. When really, instead of being fake towards each other, we should be lifting each other up, helping each other out in any way that we possibly can, to put an end to the trolling community. Because the trolling community has already ruined a lot of lives. It's already people who were noted in Kiwi Farms. So why I did those videos was for a very specific reason. I wasn't crashing out on anybody. I was raising awareness and trying to get people to break out of that mindset of, you know, like, hey, it's okay to be here. No, it's not okay to be there. Because humans were never meant to be comfortable. We were meant to thrive and survive. And when you get comfortable, you get complacent. And when you get complacent, you get comfortable. And then you get so comfortable that you end up wasting your life away. And when you waste your life away, you lose out on opportunities and things that you want to do with your life. Which is why I did those videos that I did, to inspire people to stop staying silent, to start speaking up against the fuckery that goes on when it comes to this trolling community. And I feel like this album that I'm working on now is really going to be speaking on that in a very big way. Because I am going to be talking about everything on this album. Everything from my to the depression that I dealt with. Me being in and out of the ER so many times from, you know, infections. Being on the brink of death because of my depression. And how I really fought my way back to not being fully better again, but at least being where I'm at now in a better place than I was 5 years ago. So this album is definitely going to be something that I will have absolute no remorse on creating. Because this album is basically going to be me bearing my soul to what these people did to me. Everybody that I've lost in life, everybody that's ever stabbed me in the back, every troll that has ever fucked me over. This album is basically going to be a giant middle finger to all those people that did all that. And I cannot wait for this shit to get done. And it may or may not feature one of my brothers. Which is going to be fire. Don't know if it will or not, but you guys are going to have to find out. I know the answer, but y'all are going to have to find out when that album drops. But, with that being said, y'all, I need to go down and start a pot of coffee. And I gotta get to working on this album. Because I got songs to write, I got songs to record, I got shit to do, man. But I love you guys. Also, shout out to my brothers that possibly got me linked up to this label. So, to my brothers that are on the label that possibly are getting me signed to that label, shout out to you guys. Fucking love y'all. And, yeah, I will catch you guys, I don't know when. Probably here in about 3 days when I'm done recording, because I'm going to be recording my ass off for the next 3 days or so. So, consider these next 3 days for you trolls. Consider this. Consider these next 3 days for you trolls. Consider this your 3 days grace period, being gracious. So like I said, take these next 3 days to really reflect on your life. Because I know 3 days ago, when one of my friends told me, like, bro, just take 3 days, sit down, and reflect. You know, take these next 3 days to really sit down and reflect on your life and where your life is headed and what you can do to change it. And I actually did do that, and honestly, looking back and reflecting on my life, I've started to see and notice a lot of shit that I can change about my life, that I'm starting to change about my life little by little. Whether that be not responding to the trolls as much, focusing on myself, hanging out with people that actually mean something to me, getting rid of people out of my life that don't fucking matter. You know, speaking on real subjects, using my platform for a force of good, to speak out on real things that actually matter. Things that actually need to be changed in the world. So like I said, for you trolls, like I said, I'm going to give you trolls the same advice that was given to me. Take the next 3 days to sit down, you know, no internet, no nothing, just sit down and reflect on your life. You know, reflect on where you see your life in 10 years from now. And what you can do to actually better yourself. And I understand a lot of you trolls have a lot of pent-up anger. A lot of you trolls don't really feel like you have that outlet to, you know, release your anger. And honestly, I feel bad for you. I do. I feel bad for you that a lot of you guys don't have that. So, like I said, take the time over the next 3 days or so, take the time to sit down, reflect on your life and what it is that you really want to do with your life. Because, and actually that is a huge reason, Matt. That actually is one of the reasons. But there's also a quote that is from that documentary, from the actual documentary that a friend of mine quoted to me, that I did not realize would, you know, affect me and impact me in such a huge way. Which is this: if you had 3 days to change your life, if you had 3 days to just entirely change your life, what would you do to change it? And would you? And for me, I automatically knew that when I heard that, I automatically knew that I needed to do something. I knew that I needed to do something to change shit around. Because in 10 years from now, if I didn't change my shit over the next 3 days like I've been doing, if I didn't change my shit around, 10 years from now, I would have been stuck in that same cycle, that same hell that I was fucking stuck in for these last 8 years. And yes, in a way, I still am stuck in that, but it's being dealt with in the proper manner, thanks to a very good friend of mine. And me, I started to make those changes. Which is why I say to you trolls that attack me and go at me and do all this and make all these posts, I ask you guys the same question. If you had 3 days to change your life around and do something other than screw with me and go at me, like if you could, not attack me entirely, if you could change your life in 3 days, would you do it? And what would you do to change your life? Because I know what I've been doing to change my life around. I've been more focused on myself. I've been more focused on my music. I've been more focused on my friends, hanging out with my friends, living a normal life, hanging out with my family, helping my family out, getting my shit back to where I used to be. I'm actually out here working my ass off. So I ask all of you the same question. And this isn't just for the trolls. This is for everybody in general. If you guys had 3 days to change your life in any way, shape, or form for the better, would you do it? And if so, what are the things that you would change in your life? And you don't have to tell me now. I want y'all to take the next 3 days to think about that. And then hit me up in 3 days. Or if, you've already thought about what you would do, then, you can hit me up a message, right? But just a little something for y'all to think about throughout the day. But, Matt, I'll message you, brother. And as for the rest of y'all, I'll catch you guys here in a few days because I got some music to record, man. I got an album to get done. And I'll see you guys later on. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are around the world. And I will see you guys later on, man. Peace.